Good morning. These are your Nassau Guardian highlights for Friday, March 13th, 2026. Brought to you by your daily Bahamas headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. Leading the news today, Prime Minister Philip Davis says the next general election will be called soon. Speaking yesterday, the Prime Minister said he is proud of his government's record and indicated that the Progressive Liberal Party will be promoting its accomplishments as the country moves closer to the polls. While he did not give a specific date, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell recently suggested the election could be only weeks away, fueling speculation that the country may soon be heading into full campaign season. The political discussion continues as both major parties position themselves for the coming vote. Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Duane Sands is calling on the Prime Minister to ring the bell and formally announce the election date. Sands said Bahamians are ready for clarity after weeks of speculation. Meanwhile, both parties have largely completed the selection of their candidates, and voter registration efforts continue across the country. In other national news, the government has unveiled a new technology, arts, and culture center in the Fort Charlotte constituency. The project, led by PLP candidate Sebastian Bastian, is described as a community hub designed to provide education, training, and wellness opportunities for residents. Bastian also brushed aside questions about whether he may one day seek leadership of the PLP, saying the focus right now is on the upcoming election and serving the community. Health challenges in the Bahamas are also in focus today. A new 5-year cooperation strategy between the Ministry of Health, the Pan-American Health Organization, and the World Health Organization highlights several major concerns within the healthcare system. The report points to high rates of chronic diseases, aging healthcare infrastructure, and unequal access to services. It also notes that many Bahamians face long wait times and financial barriers when seeking care, particularly those living outside New Providence and Grand Bahama, where the main tertiary hospitals are located. In education news, the government has tabled a new education bill that aims to strengthen the structure of the country's education system. Among the proposed changes is lowering the compulsory school age to 4 years old and recognition of the importance of early childhood learning. The bill would also establish clear rules for homeschooling and ensure that children cannot be denied access to public education because of their immigration status. Turning to the courts, a jury has acquitted a man who had been accused of paying a teenager for sex. Prosecutors allege that the incident occurred in 2024, but the defense challenged the credibility of the allegations. After hearing the evidence, the jury returned a unanimous verdict of not guilty. In business news, international credit rating agencies Moody's and Fitch are currently reviewing the Bahamas' economic and financial outlook. Officials say the reviews are part of ongoing assessments that could influence the country's credit rating. The government noted that Moody's recently upgraded the Bahamas' outlook to positive, suggesting improving confidence in the nation's economic performance. In today's editorial, The Guardian reflects on the approaching general election and notes that voters may soon be called to the polls. The editorial argues that while the PLP appears energized and eager to defend its record, the Free National Movement still seems to be struggling to build momentum ahead of the vote. It concludes that the election may ultimately come down to voters' enthusiasm and turnout. Meanwhile, in the letters to the editor section, one writer argues that simply owning land does not automatically create wealth for Bahamians. The letter points out that many people cannot develop their property because of high costs, lack of financing, and limited infrastructure, suggesting that real wealth comes from the ability to make land productive rather than just owning it. Those are your Nassau Guardian highlights for this morning. To read the full stories and many more, be sure to pick up a copy of today's Nassau Guardian or visit their website for complete coverage. As always, remember that staying informed is one of the strongest tools a citizen can have. As the saying goes, an informed community is an empowered community. Thank you for listening to your Daily Bahamas headlines. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.